Two museums can be found on a square in Vienna named in honor of Empress Maria Theresia. The Kunsthistorisches Museum was conceived by Karl Hasenauer and Gottfried von Semper. Construction took place in the late 19th century, and to this day, the magnificence of the opulent interior is unparalleled. The museum was originally built to house the invaluable art collections of the Habsburg dynasty. Objects stemming from 7 millenniums can be found within its walls, ranging from the period of the ancient Egyptians until the end of the 18th century. Today, the Kunsthistorisches Museum boasts one of the richest and most significant collections of fine arts worldwide. Vis-a-vis at the Naturhistorisches Museum, the history of our planet passes review. The origins of the collections stem from Emperor Franz Stephan of Lorraine, who was extremely interested in everything that had to do with the natural sciences. Today, the museum can boast an inventory of more than 20 million objects. Priceless fossils and skeletons bear testimony to the development of life on Earth. Located in Vienna's 14th district, the Technisches Museum Wien, or Museum of Technology, is the third largest of its kind in Europe. The decision to create such a museum in Vienna would coincide with the 60th anniversary of Emperor Franz Josef's reign. The original collections stemmed from the so-called factory product cabinet of the early 19th century. From those humble origins, the Museum of Technology has emerged as an institution with priceless collections, new ideas, and innovative methods of documentation and presentation, all of which contribute to a better understanding of technological development. The peaceful courtyard of Vienna's Haus der Musik almost belies the fact that at this fascinating venue, the visitor embarks on a thrilling voyage into the world of sound. The former palace of Archduke Charles has been transformed into an interactive adventure arena in which the past, present, and future are uniquely combined and the visitor's senses stimulated. One is made aware of the subtleties of volume, pitch, articulation, and acoustics at a variety of informational and entertaining installations. And everyone is encouraged to touch and experiment. At the Hofburg, one is invited to step back in time and revel in a regal past. The private apartments of Emperor Franz Josef and his wife Elizabeth can be viewed. And at the Sissi Museum, hundreds of personal items once belonging to the former empress provide an insight into the life of this Austrian monarch who loathed court protocol and who would increasingly retreat from both her duties and her husband. Elizabeth fled from Vienna whenever possible. Her last trip took her to Geneva, where she was assassinated by an Italian anarchist. Myth and reality are omnipresent. Likewise at the Hofburg, one finds the Silberkammer, or Imperial Silver Collection. It is the largest collection of its kind worldwide, the contents of which are devoted solely to the dining culture of an imperial household. Back in the days when the palace really had an emperor in residence, there was a grand master of the imperial household. Should one wonder what it must have been like to wine and dine with the Habsburgs, a visit to the Silberkammer convincingly illustrates that only the very finest of tableware was considered good enough for a royal dining table. The Habsburgs ruled for over 6 centuries, and it's safe to assume that during that long period of time, a dish or two broke and the occasional fork or spoon disappeared. Fortunately, more than enough has remained to demonstrate that the monarchs knew how to dine in style. In a tiny square in the historic center, one finds the Clock Museum. Founded in 1921, the exhibits date from as far back as the 15th century, right on up to the present. Here, in the best sense of the expression, time passes review. These are but a few of the many fascinating museums awaiting the visitor in Vienna.